Ooh, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 73 of the Stand Up Guys podcast. I'm your host, the incomparable Zach Jones, and I'm joined, as always, by the Merle to my Daryl, Lester Jones.
The only Merle I know is Haggard.
This is a Walking Dead reference.
Oh, Daryl. Merle was his brother?
Yeah.
I guess you always do brothers, but
I was like, that would make sense based on the pattern.
was he killed in like the first season?
Pretty early on, I think. Well, he like lost his arm, and then I think he came back, and then he died. I watched that show for way too
He's like,
long.
I'm back, motherfucker. And then he does.
That's one of those shows that, like, because I liked it decently in the beginning, but then as it went along, it got kind of boring. But for some reason, like, I had that gambler's fallacy where I just kept watching it. And I think, like, I was into, like, season 10, and I was like, God, this is boring. And I finally just gave up on
Why
it.
am I still doing this?
Finally broke me. And let's see. It looks like we got the ninth wonder, Chocolate Thunder. He respects the power of the majestic ham flour. He knows the appeal of the rusty wagon wheel, the Baron of Browntown, the Duke of Dukieville, the Ayatollah of Asahola, the phenomenal A.J. Singh.
Hello, everyone. That does not perfectly describe me. I would say I'm less asshole and more pink. That's more my style.
We'll see. All right, guys. Anything going on this week? Any good stories from the week or things you've been watching? Anything?
I've been getting back into exercising. I told you guys last time I was getting into exercising.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I took a break since then, and I got back into it this week. And I jogged yesterday, and I jogged today again. And today I jogged more. And boy, my lungs have been burning up. Like I feel like a newborn learning to walk for the first time, basically.
Are your like joints all achy and stuff too?
They were the first few days. Now it's just like my calves are so sore, and I got blisters on my feet because my feet aren't used to this. So yeah, it's taken a lot out of me.
I don't even remember if you remember when we lived up in Ridgefield. Like, I hadn't run in a long time. And like one day, I go out running. I run down, and it's like, I come back, and like later you're in the apartment, or whatever. And you're like, "Hey, I thought I saw you like puking by the
Oh my god! Oh man.
Man, it is insane. Like, so I think I've talked about this on the show before, but like many years ago, like I weighed much more than I do now, and I bought myself a treadmill and put in the work and lost a bunch of weight. Well, like after using that treadmill for several years, like it finally like ate shit, right? It just died. And so I was like, oh, fine. Well, until I get a new one, I'll just start, going outside and running. So I went to the road, by our house, and like I jogged to the end of that road and back, it's probably just like, I don't know, a mile and a half, maybe, nothing insane, but like, yeah, my lungs are battery acid, and then like, I felt like shit for the next week, just like really, really sore. I was like, holy shit! Like you would think like the treadmill would have prepared me somewhat. It did not.
No, I had the same experience, dude. I used to go to the gym and get on the treadmill all the time. And then I started like going out for runs and stuff because, I thought it was a good idea. First time I went, same thing happened to me. I was like, I thought I was running before. I thought, no,
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not. It's not. It's so much harder.
It's like that Forrest Gump scene, except it's like your whole body that's falling apart.
That's what it felt like. It was so bad. I mean, I was like super sore for like the next
But
week.
that's impressive that you did a whole mile and a half. That's impressive, dude.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have pushed myself that hard because I could tell like I was having trouble. But I was like, I can do it. And I forced myself to do it. And yeah, I was like fucking wrecked for a week.
Oh, man. Besides that, just some rumors about Marvel. But what have you been watching, Lester?
Not much. I've been playing some Far Cry 6, and then a few reruns, nothing crazy.
Hey, did you watch that like Netflix Western with Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch?
I kind of half-assed watched it.
Because like it was getting decent reviews, but then I heard like other reviews that said it was just like boring as fuck. So I didn't know.
It was, well, it had like good characters, but at the same time the story was a little stagnant here and there.
I probably won't watch it.
Yeah.
I like Benedict Cumberbatch in most things. I mean, I loved him in Sherlock. He's interesting to watch.
Yeah, Sherlock's great. Doctor Strange is great.
Yeah. Was he in Doctor Who, or does he just remind me of a Doctor Who? I guess
He is British. What are you talking about Marvel?
Oh, yeah. So Kevin Feige said recently that if they were going to bring back, he said basically they are bringing back Kingpin as Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's right.
That's a good choice, yeah.
The Daredevil that was original, Matt Murdock. Who was he? I don't know.
Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox, yeah. So he said that, they're the ones who would play those characters, and he didn't say when they would come back. That's the only thing, but he did confirm that, those two.
Well, I mean, I know a slight spoiler. I heard a slight spoiler about Hawkeye that, like, maybe tells one of those, which makes me think. I mean, there were reports, and they weren't from any like legitimate source, but like months ago, there was reports that Charlie Cox was seen, like, on the set of Spider-Man. But like, that could be bullshit. I don't know.
Okay.
But like, I do suspect he's going to show up.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Which I hope, yeah. I mean, probably, if not She-Hulk, that would probably be most likely, because she plays like a lawyer and stuff. So.
That is possible.
Yeah.
That would make sense. What's weird though is like even before Kevin Feige said that, like I guess Charlie Cox was at some sort of Comic-Con and he was asked about it, and he's like, well, I would love to come back as Daredevil, but he was like, I think if I ever did that, it would have to be kind of a whole different take on the character or something. Like he went on about all these like things, and which made people think like it seems like
he's thought about.
Yeah, it seems like he's thought about this to an extent to where maybe they're doing something, But I do kind of wonder if they're going to be those characters, but not be since there is a multiverse in Marvel, like a slightly different version, because like I kind of think they might go that route, because those shows were like very tonally dark, like much darker than like the MCU is. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe they'll bring them back, but they'll be a little tonally lighter. I don't know.
Yeah, and plus, like, I don't know if you can recreate that same chemistry, that same show, like with the same. You don't have the same writers, probably, So,
I doubt it.
Yeah, it just has to be different, I imagine.
But I kind of hope they do a Daredevil movie.
Oh, I would love that, yeah.
Because he's like, I think he might be my favorite Marvel character. He's definitely up there.
That first Daredevil with, what's his name?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I mean,
I never saw the movie. I've seen like the breakdown of it and the reviews and people, talking about all the scenes. And
I saw it. It's bad. I have heard that like there's a director's cut that's supposed to be better, but I'm like, I don't care what's added in the director's cut. It can't be better enough to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the original cut is so terrible.
Like the way he and Elektra meet is like stupid as
well.
Oh
yeah. yeah, really dumb. That like teeter-totter like fight scene. So fucking dumb. Oh man. Anything else for you that you've been watching or want to talk about?
That's it so far.
I mean, my list is pretty similar to last week's, actually. So I played more of Guardians of the Galaxy. All I can say is I'm still digging it. I did rewatch, since Spider-Man No Way Home's coming up. I rewatched Spider-Man Far From Home, the second movie, because I hadn't watched it since it came out. And like, I think it is a good movie. I don't like it anywhere near as like the first movie, The Homecoming. But did you watch that one?
Yeah, I watched both of them.
I don't even remember which ones I've watched. I watched some of the Tobey Maguire ones.
Well, the first one, oh yeah, you've seen those.
You
didn't see Tom Holland in the first two?
Have I seen him outside of just like the other Marvel movies? I don't know that I have.
You didn't see Michael Keaton as the Vulture?
No.
Man, because like the plan is if we can see Spider-Man No Way Home this weekend to review it on next week's show. But man, it sounds like you got some homework to do. You should watch those first two. They're good.
I think I'll probably be able to figure it out.
Of course, you got some Hawkeye to watch too. So.
Yeah, you guys want to watch Hawkeye? We're gonna try to watch Spider-Man this weekend, right?
Yeah.
So next week, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I also watched a few more episodes of Legends of Tomorrow. I still can't really recommend this season. It's still pretty silly.
You got
but
battered wife syndrome.
I gave up on Walking Dead, but Legends of Tomorrow, I'm sticking to the end. And then that Pen 15 show on Hulu put out a new batch of episodes. So I've watched a couple of those. It's a good show.
Some of those. I remember I was entertained. I don't know if I was like dying, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's like an A++ show, but it's good and there's funny moments and I can recommend it.
what was the other one you said you were watching? Like a comedy with Aquafina?
Oh, that's Nora from Queens.
Nora. Is that on HBO?
Yeah. So when I get HBO again, I'll dip back in.
Yeah, I'll check a few of those out. You said it was pretty good.
It definitely had me laughing. Oh, I guess I didn't put it on here, but I've still been watching Everybody Loves Raymond quite a bit.
Yeah. I've heard it through the wall while I was taking shit.
That show holds up, man. It's so fucking funny. Boy, anything else, guys, before we get into this show?
Good.
All right, guys. Well, anyone who hasn't watched?
There was a story this week not involving me.
Oh, okay.
So there's security call about this guy. We have an underground garage that some of the people patrol. And there's this guy trespassing down there. So they get called down there. And, like, I guess he's done a bunch of graffiti and shit. And, like, they're trying to get him to leave. He won't leave, whatever. And then, like, he shoots up a bunch of drugs. And he just starts, like, running around. And, like, they can't catch him. They're just chasing him for hours. And, like, at one point he gets in, like, in this bike room. He washes himself off with a hose. Like, just being crazy as shit. And eventually, like, it takes forever. Eventually they get the police there. And they're like, well, we can't do anything. It's a social crime. But eventually they do take him to, like, a different precinct. And apparently, like, he had warrants. And the only reason they found out is because, like, he had signed his name on some of the graffiti. Oh. And they looked him up on Facebook.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez.
Otherwise, they probably would just let him go. Gotta love Portland. Do whatever the fuck you want.
All right, guys. Well, anyone who hasn't watched, basically what we're going to do is go around the table. Everyone's just going to bring a random story or topic to the table, and we'll talk about it. And as tradition dictates, AJ, we usually start with you. So what do you got for us?
All right, this is a business that I think Lester can definitely get into.
The fart business?
Yes. The fart business. A reality TV star has been raking in the cash with her bizarre side hustle, and it's not for the faint-hearted. Stephanie Motto built an impressive following on social media after she appeared on the show 90 Day Fiancé. The show is kind of like Marriage at First Sight, where unlikely people are paired together to see whether they can walk down the aisle after spending 3 months together. With a much larger audience at her fingertips, she ended up getting into the professional farting game. Yes, you read that correctly. Stephanie is now a proud seller of farts inside a jar. She bottles up her flatulence in a glass mason jar, seals the top shut, and then mails the package out to one of her supporters for a cheeky $1,400 Australian each. Miss Maddow...
I need to get some filters.
Miss Maddow explained that she gets her body ready to pump out a load of gas. She said she likes to eat some beans, all the magical fruit, a protein muffin, hard-boiled eggs, a protein shake, and some yogurt for breakfast. All those ingredients apparently combine in her stomach not only to produce a lot of flatulence, but also some proper pungent smells. Oh, God.
Man, I gotta take some notes.
I will say, though, if I was one of these fart perverts and I was paying that much, I would demand to see video to make sure it's her farting into it, not some guy she's paying.
It's her 500-pound husband.
Yeah.
But she's also recently started adding a nice little element to her product. I like to add a little flower petals. I feel like they attach the scent and make it last longer. And when I'm finally finished with my jar, I like to leave a personalized note. She revealed in a TikTok video that she made nearly $70,000 in a week. These are Australian dollars. Working on my own adult-friendly platform these past few months have made me very aware of the different types of niches and markets that are out there. Over the years, I've gotten a few messages from men and women wanting to buy my worn bras, panties, hair, bathwater, etc. I thought farts were super niche, but also something fun, quirky, and different. It's almost like a novelty item. Stephanie said she gets bombarded with requests every day, and now she's trying to keep up with demand. Most people fart multiple times in a day, and not only do they do that without wanting anyone else to smell it, they certainly don't get paid for it. Man, 70 G's in a week. Who are these people who are paying $1,400 for a fart? Like, they should be shot.
I wish there were women that was this gross and we could like find some sort of niche to take advantage, but they're not.
Men
These
are pigs.
They're all guys into this fucking weird ass bullshit.
I mean, the nastiest thing you can do, like shitting and farting, people do that. They're into it. I can't explain it. I don't know the biology behind that.
Maybe you could pay like a girl to model, and like you could put her pictures on Instagram. And then just like
sell your own farts.
Sell the farts.
You probably could, like, crap fish.
Nice.
Crap fishing, the new internet. Man,
it seems like selling like dirty underwear would be like it wouldn't be like a money game. It'd be like, oh, I'm being undersold.
I mean, if you're a woman and you're not taking advantage of these type of men, like, what are you doing? Like, sell your dirty underwear. Sell your farts. Like, I mean, why not?
Well, I mean, to be fair, OnlyFans, like, only, like, 1 or 2% of women, or maybe less, like, actually succeed in there. So, I mean, like, you got to be hot. You got to have a following. You got to have... I mean, she was on TV, too, so she had that fan base.
Do you think there's women out there that would pay for, like, you know... Brad Pitt's farts.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard of a woman in Japan who licked every toilet in a hotel because she knew Leonardo DiCaprio sat on one of them.
Okay, yeah, she'd probably pay for it.
Yeah, she'd pay for a fart.
Yikes. Well, anything more on that topic?
No.
That is, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say other than... Well, I guess we shouldn't kink shame.
Like, I will shit in a bag for $70K.
Yeah, like, hey, if anybody listening will pay us money for our farts or / shit, let us know. Because we're not above it.
It's probably illegal to mail shit.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you think so?
Only one way to find out.
I'd like to insure this for $1,400.
You just stuff it in an envelope.
A brown envelope.
Don't return to sender on that. You put it in an envelope and then you slam it in one of those like blue boxes. Oh man.
You see like those videos of people like putting a bunch of cat shit in a box and putting it on their doorstep for the Amazon thieves?
Oh, I never thought of that. That's a good idea.
You get those ones. I've seen like the prank person where people put like the dye packs in there
and the glitter bombs. Yeah,
glitter bombs I've seen. Yeah,
I think like a dye pack on like in a package thief. That'd be a lesson.
Yeah,
I mean, if you had someone that was routinely stealing your shit, yeah, I would think about doing something like that.
I think there's a guy on YouTube named Mark Rober. I think he put like glitter bombs and like also fart spray in his thing. His trap.
Yeah.
Oh, you should get like some skunk piss and do that to somebody.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah, I don't know where you buy skunk piss. It's probably less than $1,400 a jar.
Yeah, probably.
Man, I stumbled on this YouTube channel, slightly unrelated, but Basically, this guy's got like a following on YouTube doing urban camping, where he goes into like places he shouldn't and camps. Like he'll make a camp inside of a Lowe's, or he'll wear a suit into like somebody's company and try to camp, and it's just like weird shit. I was like, well, all right. I guess this is how you get out of homelessness. Just start putting it on YouTube.
Urban camping. Yeah, there's a new name for it.
Being homeless.
But I mean, you said he puts on a suit and goes into an office?
Well, no, not all the time, but this is one of his like gimmicks. He like uses tricks to get to places he's not supposed to be.
All right, are we ready for Manifesto Round 1?
Oh, this is just a short one. You remember how we talked about like people being arrested, and one guy was going to be executed for bringing Squid Games into the country.
Oh, right.
So now we got a new one. At least 7 people were publicly executed for watching K-pop.
And this is supposedly in
North Korea. The good old North Korea.
Well, I mean, supposedly they really like hate anything from either South Korea or the U.S. So
Yeah, South Korea. Although I'm kind of wondering if even like South Koreans are into K-pop, or if it's just like Americans.
I mean, K-pop is global. It's very popular. I don't know who these people are that are following it, but I mean, I think young people, maybe like the next generation, are big fans. I don't know.
Next generation.
You're thinking of Star Trek.
Well, I work with like this old guy, and he's always grumpy. But like I see like when he's scrolling through the internet, like he's looking through like K-pop stuff sometimes. I'm just like, this is a discrepancy.
do they do that with other countries? Like, do they call Japanese pop J-pop and things like that? Because I've only ever heard K-pop.
Yeah, I mean, Japanese definitely has their stuff, but I don't know anything about it. But yeah, I don't think it's J-pop.
Well, you never know.
Yeah,
It's a new thing now.
you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Anything more on that one?
Nope. Oh, fuck communism.
There we
And
go.
socialism. And fascists. Okay.
It would be cool. I wonder if you can get one of those like fuck communism lighters from what was that, Preacher?
That was Preacher, yeah. He had it. It was like his dad's Vietnam lighter, Zippo.
Yeah.
You could get a Zippo and just scratch it on there.
You can probably buy them somewhere. But, well, guys, 2021 is almost coming to a close.
Yay.
But then we got things to look forward to in 2022. So I thought what I would do is I got the list of like all the movies coming out in 2022, and I thought I'd just go through here, and I probably won't read all of them because there's a lot of them. Well, I can if you'd want to. They have like a short synopsis of all of them, but I kind of went through and kind of marked ones that I thought maybe either sounded interesting or one of the three of us would maybe be interested in. But I figured maybe we could talk about them, see what we think we'll want to review next year, things like that. So you guys want to go through this?
Board, yeah.
All right, let's see what's coming out next year. So this first one I noted, I don't think either me or Lester would be interested in this, but you're kind of like a horror movie guy, aren't you? Yeah. Do you like the Scream franchise at all?
Yeah. The first movie, mostly.
I've never seen any of them, but Scream 5 is coming out. Are you interested at all?
No. They've done terrible things to that franchise.
Have they? Maybe this will be the one where they get it back on track. But anyway, anyone interested? That's coming out January 14th. Yeah, I didn't know about that one. I figured I'd ask you about it. Number 2... This is a comic book movie, but I can't really get excited about it. January 28th, Morbius comes out. Are you guys looking forward to that at all? I mean, my thing is it's like a Sony-produced movie like the Venom movies, and I haven't watched them either just because they look bad. Maybe eventually I'll have to break down and watch them.
Well, I think they also did poorly. So.
No, they made like a shit ton of money.
Oh, really?
Well,
Venom too?
but
Venom?
they were
But critically
Oh,
poorly reviewed, yeah.
Even the second Venom was a
The
hit?
second one was a hit, man. It made tons of money.
Okay.
Yeah, tons of money. But yeah, first of all, like Morbius. is never like a real interesting character to me. I don't know.
just recently learned about this character, the whole breakdown of him and everything.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Morbius.
So like he starts out as like a doctor who like helps people with diseases, and he's actually suffering from a disease himself the whole time, and he's looking for a cure, and he comes across this like weird, untested. He's doing it on himself for the first time. Very wild technique to like fix himself, and he ends up doing that and turns into basically a vampire. And then from there, I think he just does some crime fighting. I don't know what happens after that.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those characters I've never done a deep dive on. Like, he'll show up every once in a while in like a Marvel comic, I've read, but and he was in that old school Spider-Man cartoon in the 90s. But other than that, like, I don't know a ton about him. So maybe in that respect, it'd be worth watching. I don't know if we'll review it on the show. Maybe if it gets like good reviews.
Yeah.
But
Sony has not put their best foot forward.
Yeah.
Yet, so we'll see.
Sony needs Marvel.
They do. That's why it kind of bums me out that, like, well, I guess we'll see after Spider-Man No Way Home. But the rumor is that maybe they're gonna like make it so Tom Holland just does Sony movies and they don't share in the MCU anymore. But hopefully that's not true, because Sony they don't know how to make a good comic book movie. Seemingly they're having trouble. This one here doesn't really appeal to me, but again, it's a horror movie and it seems like it's got some like good people involved. It's called The Black Phone, based on a short story by Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son. Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson and writer C. Robert Cargill deliver a new terrifying tale. The movie follows a 13-year-old boy who's abducted by a child killer played by Ethan Hawke, who begins to talk to previous victims through a phone.
No.
I mean, Joe Hill has some shorts I've read that were maybe a little uneven, but had like fun premises. So I'd say there's potential there. I'd see how it does.
Okay. This one, like, I don't have enough interest in to go see it in a theater. Maybe, like, if it came to streaming and I was bored, I would maybe give it a chance. But I've seen a lot of previews for it when we go to movies and stuff. Jackass Forever. Are you guys interested in that at all?
Yeah, my mom wants
Those guys
to
are
see it.
getting old, man.
Your mom wants to see it?
Yeah, she saw a preview for it. She was like, "Oh, that looks like fun."
Back in the day when the show was on MTV, like, I watched it all the time.
Yeah.
And I know I saw the first movie, and I don't know if I watched any of the other ones, but I know I saw the first movie.
Yeah, same here.
Part of me is just going to be like, oh, man, I'm going to watch this old man, like, break every vertebra in his spine. I was like, I'm just, like, waiting for the disaster. It's like, oh, my hip. I was like, oh, shit, there he goes.
That one comes out February 4th. This next one, it's actually still kind of up in the air whether it'll actually come out. There's a bit of controversy surrounding this film. But I'm interested in it. It's called Death on the Nile, which is another kind of one of those, Agatha Christie type like murder mysteries. But the thing about it is one of the stars of it is Armie Hammer.
Oh.
And so this movie was set to come out like quite a while ago. And I think initially it was postponed due to COVID. But now Armie Hammer has several like rape / assault allegations against him. And so like some people are speculating that they might like just not even show this movie, but I'm like, they've already got it shot. Like, why would they waste that much money? And my thought is, this might sound shitty, but I'm like, you might as well put it out before like any court cases are actually done with him. Be like, well, we didn't know for sure if he was what he was accused of.
Man, you're talking about it like him mentioning some of his predilections. I was like, this guy's like a disaster in waiting.
Yeah, when we did that one story, I'm like, well, if this is just like fantasy role play in his head that he's kind of like, there's no problem there. But now all these accusations have come out, and it's like, he maybe, maybe
the signs were there.
Yeah, the signs were there, but now they're really there. But man, I love those kind of like, closed door type mysteries.
You're gonna be like the whole time you're gonna be thinking, it's Armie Hammer.
No, I mean,
He did it.
what if it does end up being him and his character's like a real scumbag?
There's a twist I didn't see coming.
But hopefully they do put it out, and hopefully it's good, because I want more of those kind of movies to be made. Now we move up to February 18th. This is a movie that's almost certainly gonna suck, but another video game movie, Uncharted, starring Tom Holland.
Yeah, I heard.
So it's just supposed to be an action movie, probably.
Yeah.
People are very confused by Tom Holland being the guy cast in it. Is it because the main character is older, like a middle-aged man or something?
Yeah, so in the video games, I mean, the guy's probably like mid-30s, probably, a little bit older. Yeah. And Tom Holland, I think Tom Holland's like 25, but he definitely looks like a high school kid still. He's just got that young face, which is why he works so good as Peter Parker.
Yeah. My straight out guess, it would just be like a generic action movie that I'd find boring as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I mean, maybe not, but...
I mean, you hope for Indiana Jones, but that's not what you're going to get.
Right.
I mean... did you guys, either of you happen to watch... they made another Tomb Raider movie, not with Angelina Jolie, a couple years ago with, her name's like Alicia Vikander. Did either of you guys watch that? That movie, like, it's bad. But it's not like heinously bad. It's just like aggressively like meh, and plus if you've played like the more recent Tomb Raider movies, like it sticks so close to that there's literally scenes in that movie that are taken like directly out of the video game. So there's like no surprises in that movie. If you played the games, you've seen it all. It's so cookie cutter, like, and it's just boring. And I'm like, boy, they didn't adapt this really.
Just a cash grab.
Yeah. It just, yeah. Now, number 7, definitely, without question, my most anticipated movie of the year, The Batman, coming out March 4th. You guys have seen like the trailers for this? What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for this?
I haven't seen the trailers.
I think you saw at least the first one because I think
I saw him like in the outfit or something. That was a long time ago.
You should watch the trailers, man. It looks good.
I do want to see what Robert Pattinson can do. Like, he's so skinny and wiry. Like, as Batman, I don't know if he'll pull it off.
That doesn't bother me. Like, do you think he looks like skinny even wearing the suit? Like,
well, I think they show him in a way where he looks better in the suit, especially mostly in the mask and stuff. But I told you before, like, I saw him do one scene where he was trying to like act tough, and he really didn't pull it off in my eyes. So I wonder if that's going to keep happening, or if that was just that one time.
But I mean I love the Christopher Nolan Batman films. Like Batman Begins and Dark Knight are two of my favorite films of all time. But even like Christian Bale's Batman voice in those movies sometimes gets a little crazy. Like, swear to me, like he sometimes overdoes it with the Batman voice. But even so, like that doesn't stop me from absolutely loving those movies, So like even if he is like a little bit that way, like as long as the story's good, I'm probably going to be fine with it.
Okay.
I'm just happy there's another Batman movie and that it looks good, you know. I'm excited. Number 8, I'm sure none of us are interested in this, but I wanted to bring it up just because like I'm so surprised this like franchise is so popular. Downton Abbey, A New Era. Like,
that's a movie?
Yeah, well, like, because they had the Downton Abbey TV show, which I think is supposed to be like pretty soap opera-y.
Yeah.
But like, I know there's a lot of men even that like claim they love that show, and I'm like, it's one of those like properties that keeps going, and I'm like,
it seems, I don't know, the idea of it just seems so stale, like Victorian era.
I'm never into like the Victorians.
Yeah, just not appealing to me.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a murder mystery, I'd be cool with it. Actually, did you guys, either of you watch Carnival Row, which is a show on Amazon Prime? It's kind of like a Victorian era thing, but it also mixes in like magical creatures as well. And so it's like
Harry Potter.
Not exactly.
I was just fucking around.
Not exactly, but it has like that Victorian feel. But basically, like humans and these magical creatures have to live like in the same town, and it's kind of like some of the races of magical folk are like allegories for like racism and stuff. But like, I did like it, and I'll definitely like go to check out season 2 whenever that comes out.
I feel like that's becoming kind of tropey.
It is, and even in that show, like I would criticize that show is that it's a little ham-fisted at times with that message.
Yeah.
But I still liked it.
Oh, have you guys heard of the what is it, Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman Santa special?
No.
Santa Inc. It's like this special. I don't know if it was on HBO or Netflix, but basically it just bombed and everybody hated it. But it's supposed to be like super preachy and like the elves were, it's supposed to be ethnic or something.
Like, what's the message supposed? Like, what's the premise?
Santa's like
Jewish?
No, he's not Jewish.
Oh.
He's basically the white male privileged class, and the elves are kind of like slaves or third worlders.
Oh.
And there's this one.
He's like whipping them.
This one female elf who's trying to break through the glass ceiling, and I don't know.
Is it animated or live action?
It's animated.
Okay.
But I guess super preachy, and everybody hated it. And then, like, he went on Twitter and called all the haters, like, white supremacists and stuff.
Yeah, it's...
The thing
You got to be
like,
careful. Like, it's okay to make something with a message, but you got to be careful not to hammer it too hard. Like
it's almost like the first, like, thing of writing is don't be preachy.
I mean,
The first is probably, like, show, don't tell. And the second one is don't be a preachy asshole.
I mean, yeah, and the way to like get somebody to like buy into an idea is to make them think they came up with it, you know. So like they have to kind of discover it on their own, you know. Like, oh, I could see that. That's a problem, you know.
next one, we got yet another video game movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, coming out April 8th. Either of you guys excited for this one? Did either of you guys watch the first one, by the way?
Yeah, my
The
nephews.
kids were watching it a few times. I think I did watch it once.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't too bad, actually.
Was it? I didn't watch it. I figured it was probably bad.
I think kids will be into it.
It's one of those like kid ones that's slightly painful if you're an adult. Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Well, they made a second one. Number 10 was one I didn't hear of, but the description I thought sounded good. Bullet Train, coming out April 8th. A new action movie from Atomic Blonde's David Leitch, starring Brad Pitt as one of 5 assassins aboard a train, all hired to kill the same target. The movie features a massive cast that includes Joey King, Andrew Koji, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Zazie Beetz, Michael Shannon, Logan Lerman, Sandra Bullock, and more. I just thought that sounded kind of cool.
Sandra B. It sounds like somebody's trying to do a Tarantino movie. And it's going to be half-assed.
Did either of you guys watch Atomic Blonde?
No.
I don't think so.
I like that movie. I think it's one of those movies, though, that takes one too many turns by the end of the movie, and you're like, this seems a little obtuse. But, like, the action's good, and it's, like, it's well shot, so...
I don't know. Joey King, she gets bad movies pretty often.
Who is Joey King?
She was in what was it? Oh, Slender Man, that Slender Man movie.
Oh, I didn't see that, but yeah, that's supposed to be bad.
And then there was like I think a Wish Upon, like where there's like a magic box and you make a wish. And...
I've heard of that, and just that it's bad.
Yeah.
so she maybe this is a bad side.
She found her niche.
It does have Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock though.
Yeah, that's both big names.
Number 11 is a movie I will watch eventually. Probably not in theaters, but I've watched the first 2. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. You guys
I think we know his secret, right? Like, he's gay.
That is true.
Did you say there's already some of these out?
There's 2 of them. There's
I'm out of the loop on this one.
I thought you watched one of these as well.
I don't think so.
But I mean, they're in the Harry Potter universe, but they take place like, many, many decades before. Like they're not as good as the Harry Potter movies, and like they definitely have some logic problems, but they're watchable. That's my endorsement. They are watchable. This is one that I'm not excited in, but your kids might be. The Bad Guys.
Yeah, I just saw a trailer for that, so I think they might have fun with that. They've been really, if you got like kids of like that 8 to 10 range, like they're like, The Bad Guys is a good comic book. It's funny and it's kind of dorky. So I don't know. I'd take them to see it, even though it's not Pixar, is it?
I don't know if it tells. Yeah, this article doesn't tell like the studios involved.
Probably not. But yeah, I'd take him to see that just for fun.
This next one I just saw a trailer to, and like it didn't look great, but it is an interesting premise. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, coming out April 22nd. Nicolas Cage stars as himself.
As Nicolas Cage, I saw this trailer.
Yeah.
And as he attends a billionaire kid's birthday party as a CIA informant before getting cast in a Quentin Tarantino movie. So like
I'll watch that.
It sounds interesting, but the trailer didn't like knock my socks off or anything.
But I mean, they make fun of the whole thing that he's like broke and like has to do movies to get back to where he was, pay off his debts. So
I did like he's like in the billionaire's house and the guy's like a huge fan or whatever. He has like that shitty like wax statue and whatever. He's like, is that supposed to be me? That's hideous. I'll give you 20,000.
does he still own all that stuff that he bought, or like did he have to sell it?
I imagine he sold some of it, but like yeah, apparently like he like spent a shitload of money. Like he bought one of the like #1 Supermans. Like he had that at some point.
Oh yeah, he had Action Comics #1.
Yeah, he bought that in auction for. It was an insane amount. It was
Didn't he buy like dinosaur bones or something fucking weird too?
Maybe I've heard that. I think DiCaprio's supposed to have a big fossil collection.
Huh.
So yeah, I mean it's a thing.
Okay, the next movie, a huge movie. We're definitely going to have to review it on the show. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, coming out May 6th.
I saw a leaked preview of this movie.
I heard that they leaked a preview. I didn't go and watch it because I'd rather wait until they put out like the high def version,
Yeah, but it looks interesting. Wanda, she's not as. She seems like she knows what she's doing, kind of, She's more in control, and Doctor Strange kind of comes to her and says, I need your help.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I was afraid of watching it because I was like, well, it might have like something that spoils Spider-Man, This next one, again, is not a movie I'm interested in at all, but like apparently a lot of people are, and it just kind of surprises me. Top Gun Maverick, coming out May 27th. Like, I don't know about you guys, but Top Gun is one of those movies I saw as a kid, and I know I watched it, but I don't really remember hardly anything about it, and I have like no interest in like revisiting it.
Right, I remember like flying in a canyon, doing some dog fights,
and they're like the gay volleyball scene.
Yeah, that was a movie that if it came on TV, maybe I'd watch it. But no, not in the theater.
I'm just surprised that it has like a big enough like fan base that like
that's alive.
They're making
right now.
another one, yeah, and like people actually want to see it. Oh, here's another one. AJ, John Wick 4, May 27th.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. We're definitely reviewing that one.
Oh yeah.
Man, this next one, like, I'm not excited for. I bet one of your sons is Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, for sure.
Third Jurassic.
Maybe Jai's been. He's all up in like Jurassic Park and Jaws, man.
I mean, I was never a Jurassic Park guy. Like, I watched it and it was like fine, but I was never one of those kids that was obsessed with dinosaurs. And then Jurassic World, the first one, like I watched and I was like, this is fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
And then the second one got like pretty bad reviews, and I was like, I didn't even bother with it.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
Yeah.
I think I did see it, but yeah.
I remember Jurassic Park. I was excited about. I liked that movie a lot. I was a big dinosaur fan too when I was a kid.
Were you?
Yeah, but the second one, Jurassic World, we actually saw that in IMAX, and like at this nice, Moody Gardens is what it was called, it was like a big event center, and theater was nice, big screen. Not a fan of the movie.
Yeah.
Just wasn't good.
Yeah.
We didn't mention the Matrix. That's this month, right?
That's like coming out next week.
Okay. Man. Well, like what day? Is it Fridays?
I think so.
Oh, that's pretty tight. I was going to say maybe we could squeeze in a show before they left, but probably not.
No, and next week's going to be loaded anyway because we're going to definitely do a Spider-Man review, and if we can squeeze it in, a Hawkeye review. Hopefully.
Maybe you guys can talk about it, and I'll be like, man, I'm glad I missed that pile of shit.
Next movie, I'm not interested in this, but it is a Pixar movie, so it'll probably be good quality. Lightyear, coming out June 17th. This Pixar animation will follow the origin story of the human movie star who inspired the beloved Space Ranger from Toy Story. Are you guys Toy Story guys? So, like...
Buzz Aldrin? What are we talking
Well,
about?
Buzz Lightyear, the name Buzz comes from Buzz Aldrin. But, no, it's like, apparently in the world of Toy Story, they modeled the toy Buzz Lightyear after a movie star in that universe. And yeah, so I don't know. I have no interest in it, but I'm sure it'll make all the money.
Yeah, Pixar's always pretty good.
Ooh, the next one, man. Is this this one I'm also excited about. We'll have to review Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
I'd do Thor, yeah.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson reunite with Thor Ragnarok filmmaker Taika Waititi for the next chapter in the Thor series, with Natalie Portman co-starring as Jane Foster turned into the mighty Thor. Also features Christian Bale as the villain Gore, the God Butcher, and supporting roles from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
So this is interesting. So I think it's going to be, what's her name? His girlfriend in the movies?
Jane Foster?
Yeah, Jane Foster. She's going to be the new Thor, right? She has cancer. And she transforms into Thor.
Well, in the comics, she has cancer. I don't know if they're going to do that same storyline in this movie or not.
Yeah, and then Gore the God Butcher is like, he is very powerful. He almost kills Thor, right?
It's been a while since I read that comic. I know I liked it a lot. But yeah, it seems like he was pretty powerful.
And he tortured... Yeah, I'm interested in this. I want to see how it all works out. But I don't know how they're going to beat him unless they really power him down. Because in the comics, it took a lot to beat him. I hope he's as powerful as he is in the comics.
This next one I'm not too excited about. Although I guess if they put out a good trailer, I maybe would be. But I know you guys might... Nope, coming out July 22nd, which is the next original horror movie from Get Out and Us director Jordan Peele. Now, I watched Get Out, and I was like, it's fine. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good. I don't like it as much as a lot of people do, but it was good. I didn't bother with Us because I heard what the twist was, and it just, I don't know. I thought it sounded stupid.
I'd definitely give him a shot. Like, I'd probably check the reviews. If it's reviewing well, I'd check it out.
The next one, I can't say, like, right now anyway that I'm excited about it, but I'll definitely watch it. Black Adam, coming out July 29th with The Rock as Black Adam. I don't know. With Warner Brothers, like, they're so dodgy quality-wise, just like Sony, that I have a hard time getting too excited.
I mean, I'm willing to check out anything if it does really well in the ratings department, but not holding out a ton of hope, I guess.
What about you? Are you excited to see Black Adam?
Yeah, I am. I hope he's kind of like an anti-hero like a Daredevil almost, except not as fun in that way, but I hope there's a depth to his character.
Of course, if they put out a good trailer, that can always like change your excitement level, you know?
Yeah, the first trailer was not very exciting.
No. This next one is one I didn't hear of, but I thought the synopsis sounded interesting. Samaritan, coming out August 26th, an original superhero movie starring Sylvester Stallone as a hero pulled back into action to help a young boy. Might be good.
A superhero?
That's what it says, an original superhero movie.
Who's making that? Like, is it just an independent? Like,
yeah, it doesn't tell here. I'm not sure. Oh, another Puss in Boots movie. This one here I probably won't go to theaters to see, but I've seen most of the other ones, and they're enjoyable. Mission Impossible 7.
Yeah.
Have you guys been watching those movies?
I think I saw the first one.
But yeah.
I think the only one I actually haven't seen is the very first one, and I remember the second one is fucking terrible. But starting with 3, like, they're enjoyable. I don't think they're like masterpieces, but they're enjoyable.
I don't enjoy pure action movies.
I mean, I think they gave me enough to...
Is Ghost Protocol the third one?
I believe that's the fourth one. What was the third one?
Because that's the only one I've heard of after the first one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure...
Mission Impossible. Well, not exactly impossible. Improbable. Maybe.
I think the fourth one is Ghost Protocol, and then there's Rogue Nation, Fallout. God, what was the third one? I'm sure it has a name. Mission Impossible 3. Fucking, I don't know.
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah. This one I actually just saw a trailer for. This one I'll definitely see in theaters, which is Spider-Man Into the I think it's called. Here it says Into the Spider-Verse, but I think it's called Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse. It's coming out October 7th.
I think they came out with previews for that, right?
Yeah, they just came out with a trailer. Did you guys watch that trailer?
Nah.
Nope. But you liked the first movie, didn't you?
Well, we were discussing which Spider-Man.
This is the animated one with Miles Morales.
There's another animated.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse.
It was all right. It was definitely felt like seizure territory. Or seasickness a couple times.
Oh, this one will probably be the same. But I like that first one. I'll definitely watch this. Do you watch the Halloween movies?
Not really, no.
They have another one, Halloween Ends. The only one I've ever watched is like the 2018 one. And then like they just had another one come out. It's called Halloween Kills, and like I don't think it made a lot of money, but critically like it did not do well. Mm-hmm. I'm not really a horror
try to pump
guy,
out one a year on Halloween.
This one doesn't have a release date, but it says October, and I'm sure it'll be close to Halloween. I'm definitely not excited, but AJ, I know you are. Hocus Pocus 2.
I was waiting for you to bring up Hocus Pocus. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Older and grouchy.
Man, this next one, like, I'm definitely interested in it, but just like Black Adam, like, I have low confidence in Warner Brothers. The Flash, November 4th, with Ezra Miller as Barry Allen and Michael Keaton as Batman, and also has the debut of Sasha Calle as Supergirl. It just...
I have to watch it. I have to watch it. I like The Flash too much.
It seems like they're cramming in a lot. Oh, yeah, I love The Flash, so that's why I watch it, but it seems like they're cramming a lot into that movie. I don't know. I don't have a lot of.
Well, did they say who her character will be? Like
who?
Her the new girl.
Supergirl.
She'll be Supergirl.
Yeah, Sasha Calle. I've never heard of her, but apparently she's Supergirl now, and she's going to be in that movie.
Okay.
Now this one they've been having recently some production issues, so I don't know if it'll actually meet this date. But Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is coming out.
I'm pretty sure the issue is Letitia Wright, who won't get the COVID vaccine, and then
I thought maybe I'm wrong about this, but I thought I heard that she finally caved and is like back shooting, but I don't know for sure.
That's surprising.
Maybe I'm wrong, but still, like I love Chadwick Boseman, but like I think they should have recast T'Challa because like he's a great character.
I don't know who could play him. I can't think. Like, maybe I don't know.
I think maybe like I don't know if he'd be interested, but maybe like John Boyega.
Yeah, that's true. He's a good actor. I don't know. People might lose their shit though. It's so controversial. I don't think Disney or Marvel will go down that route. I think they're making the big guy who was the big like gorilla.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
M'Baku, they're going to make him possibly.
That's what the rumor is, yeah. Which would be fine, but I don't know. To me, I think that I would have preferred they recast, but I don't know. We'll see. This next one, I'm not excited at all, but it'll be a big movie, I'm sure. Creed #3.
I didn't see the second one.
Me neither. I saw the first one because everyone was talking about it, and I was like, once again, I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I think that's one I was like, I'm going to watch it because it's doing well. And I didn't watch it.
It's fine. This one doesn't have a release date. And I can't say I'm like super interested in it, but it does have talented people like Tom Hanks. Pinocchio.
He's Geppetto?
Yeah.
Pinocchio. Is it it's all live action?
I think it might be one of those like, it says live action CGI hybrid.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
But, yeah. This next one, I'm not excited about it because I really didn't like the first one, but I'm sure I'll watch it. Aquaman and the Last Kingdom coming out December 16th.
Man, you're a glutton.
I'm a glutton. Are you guys going to watch this?
I mean,
think I'll wait.
It's gonna have to have ratings, man.
I'll wait for that to come out on.
Although it might be fun to review, like if it is terrible.
I bet the ratings are gonna be like 70, and you're gonna be like, you gotta watch it. And you're gonna be like,
Yeah,
right on the border of half-assed.
I'll make you watch it. Did either of you guys watch the first one?
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying, I don't like the whole world globe, like trotting experience and everything. That's pretty cool. But it was just, his mom and then taking over the kingdom and then his new girlfriend and then that other guy. And then
he traded his voice for legs.
to me, like, just like you said, yeah, it's all over the place. You never really get to the point where you give a shit about the characters. So then, like, the big action at the end, it's just like visual noise. There's just like all these lights and explosions going on, and you're just like bored, and you're just like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just lacks investment. Now, this next one, I'm actually legit excited to see. Boy, this is so far it's set to come out on the same day as Aquaman. I bet one of them like changes. Avatar 2. I actually like the first Avatar. Like I know like a lot of people like talk shit about it, and I didn't get to see it in theaters. Actually, if they re-released it, it's one I would actually I think go see because I never got to see it in 3D. Like so many people did.
Yeah, that was the first movie I saw in 3D, and it's been the best one.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, because like after that, like nobody really used 3D
nearly as well.
Yeah, it was kind of like a cash grab type thing. But like I would if they really re-released the first Avatar, I think I would actually go see it in 3D.
Mm-hmm. It was beautiful.
And then like Avatar 2, like I'm definitely interested. Like I know people talk shit about that first one, but I liked it, and I think people are full of shit. I think as soon as the trailer drops for Avatar 2, people are going to be like, man, that looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. And I think it took this long because they make sure it's a beautiful movie, like the first one was. So I imagine this one is
There was
same.
that, but I think he also did multiple movies.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be like 4 or 5 of them.
Right,
wow.
so I think they did them all, didn't they?
I don't know if they did them all, but I think at least a couple he shot. Like,
so they shouldn't be so far apart as the first
and this
movie.
one was actually first slated to come out like a couple years ago, but like I think first like there was some sort of conflict and then COVID, and it's like it's been delayed, and so hopefully it'll actually come out. I'm excited to see it.
But that's like late next year.
Late next year, yeah.
Okay.
Basically a year from now. Maybe exactly a year from now. And then yet another video game movie that I'm not excited about at all, an animated Super Mario Brothers movie with the voice of Chris Pratt as Mario. I don't give a shit.
Is he going to be really racist in this movie? Like, hey, I'm Italian.
I wish, but I heard a story not long ago that I don't think they're going to do that. He's just basically going to use his normal voice. I would love it if he did it over the top Italian accent. I would fucking love it, man.
That'd be messed up, man. Like a country boy like Chris Pratt, like faking it.
So I got to ask you guys, overall, what is your guys' most anticipated movie of 2022?
John Wick 4.
I am excited for John Wick 4.
Yeah.
I'd say Thor has to be one that's got to be up there for me.
Thor is up there for you. I mean, you guys know me. It's definitely Batman. It couldn't be anything else.
Batman would be a big one, assuming it's well done. Yeah.
But I'm also very excited for, the Marvel movies, Thor and Doctor Strange. I think they're both going to be good.
Yeah.
I think they both have a really good chance of being good.
Yeah, they're like, I would say top 4 for me. They're up there.
Black Panther I'm interested in, but just with all the controversy surrounding it, I think I'm less excited about it. But
yeah, it seems like they've had to compromise a lot, and maybe that's affected the script. So
I would love it if. I think Batman has a better chance of being good just because it's not connected at all to the other like Warner Brothers movies. It's like it's kind of its own thing, and so I think it maybe has a better chance. I would love it if Warner Brothers could get on track. I would love nothing more if it turns out that Black Adam and Flash and all those ones coming out are great, but I'm just and Aquaman, but I'm very skeptical.
But do you think they're going to do the whole like story of Batman over again, where you see his parents die and he becomes the Dark Knight and stuff like that?
Maybe, because this story, from what I understand, is supposed to take place like early on in his crime fighting career. I mean, that's something about, if you read Batman comics, you're going to see the death of his parents a billion times.
Yeah.
I mean, they flash back to it constantly.
That's one thing I hated when they kept rebooting Spider-Man. It's like they keep going back to the origin story. I'm like, just tell a different fucking story.
But I mean, that's what you should like about the Tom Holland movies, because they don't do that. They just hit the ground running and he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I didn't watch those.
You really should. To me, I think my favorite, like, overall Spider-Man is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll wait and see how well I like this one.
It'd be weird to watch this one, though, and then go back and watch the others, but I guess...
Yeah.
You're positive you didn't see the first one?
Pretty sure, because I was Spider-Man out, man. I was just like, I can't do Spider-Man anymore.
Well, it is true, because, like, they made so many shitty ones, like, leading up to that one, because, like, really, like, if you go back, like, the original Spider-Man, like, it's fine, but it's not great. I know a lot of people love it. In my opinion, it's just, like, a fine. Spider-Man 2, pretty damn good. I know a lot of people like that's their favorite Spider-Man, or favorite comic book movie. And, like, I think it's good, but I'm not... What do you really like Spider-Man 2? Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2?
No.
Like, I think it's fine. But then Spider-Man 3, dog shit. Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, dog shit, in my opinion. Did you like those movies at all?
I never watched the Andrew Garfield ones.
They're terrible.
I've heard bad things about them.
They are atrocious. Like, it's not his fault. Like, he's a good Peter Parker, but just, like, everything else is awful. It's just, yeah. Don't watch them. Like, they're just... they almost remind you of, like, bad comic book movies from the 90s. Like, I don't know. They're just... It was one of those things, like, while watching them, I'm like, man, they still make comic book movies this bad.
It's weird to reboot it and make it worse like that just a few years later, you know? Like, Tobey Maguire just done it, and then you're like, all right, let's remake it now. And then you do it with Garfield, and you're like, yeah, let's make it shittier this time. Let's put less effort into it, you know?
I mean, I'm sure everybody involved tried their best, but man, God, they're just, yeah, so bad. I don't even know how to explain it. They're just terrible. But hey, at least now we have the Tom Holland ones, which are pretty.
Yeah, I like Tom. He's my favorite Spider-Man.
And luckily, so far, it sounds like the reviews for this one have been really positive.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things. People are saying that this is the movie to watch. It's the biggest Marvel movie yet, compared next to Endgame. This is it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Guys, I knew this topic would take a while. I didn't expect it to capitalize this much of our time. We are over an hour, but do you guys have other stories you'd like to get to?
Nothing worthy.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, if everything goes to plan, guys, next week we'll be reviewing Spider-Man No Way Home, and hopefully Hawkeye. Come on, commit to it. Commit to it.
It's not going to happen.
Do it for the people.
Hey, people, I'm doing this for you. We're not going to do it.
We're doing it. All right. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed the show today. If you did, please leave us a comment. Thumbs up, subscribe both to the YouTube channel and to the podcast in audio form. And go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Interact with us. Guys, where can people find you on Twitter?
I am at a name for this too, and that's the number 2.
At Unsolicited SUG.
And you can, of course, find me at Zach Jones Live. That's going to be ZachJonesLive. And that will do it for all of our shenanigans and poppycock this week. Please, please, please tune in again next week. Bye, guys.
Take care.
Have a good one.